Hello, I'll be presenting about how artificial intelligence is transforming web and UX design and how we can utilize artificial intelligence in web and user experience design. This is one of the most exciting intersections in the digital world right now. AI isn't just changing how we design, it's changing how we think about design itself. Does this matter? Traditionally, UX and web design have relied heavily on human creativity, intuition, and user feedback. But AI is speeding up workflows, uncovering patterns we might miss, and even generating content and layouts automatically. It's not replacing designers, it's enhancing what we can do. In particular, I wanted to focus on how artificial intelligence can be utilised for creating wireframing and usability testing, typically very time-consuming tasks of the development process. My aim was to create different websites using AI-powered tools to see to what extent human refinement would be needed. As AI analyses user behaviour and surveys quickly, but struggles with nuanced insights. While AI speeds up processes, creativity and critical thinking remain essential for user-centred design. While there are hundreds of AI-powered software tools, I chose to focus on these three in particular, being Wizard, ChatGPT, and Stark, as to my knowledge, these are the most advanced when it comes to creating your own websites. AI is utilised within these software tools to suggest layouts, generate design assets, and even turn sketches into high-fidelity prototypes. This means designers can spend less time on repetitive tasks and more time on solving real UX problems. AI also allows for hyper-personalised user experiences. Think of ChatGPT in particular. These platforms use machine learning to adapt content and interfaces in real time based on your behaviour. In UX, this means we can build interfaces that adapt to the user instead of making the user adapt to the interface. First up is Wizard. Wizard is an AI-powered design tool that lets you turn hand-drawn sketches or plain text into real UI prototypes instantly. You can literally sketch on a piece of paper or write something such as a login screen with a welcome message and 2 input fields, and Wizard will generate it. It's a clear, practical example of how AI can enhance creativity, speed up ideation, and make UX design more inclusive. However, while Wizard excels in speed and simplicity, the designs it generates often require human refinement to fully align with brand guidelines, address unique user needs, or support more complex interaction patterns. I chose to use Wizard in my experiment because its a user-friendly interface and versatile design features make it especially appealing to a wide range of users, from beginners to experienced professionals. It strikes a strong balance between accessibility and creative flexibility, making it an ideal tool for exploring how artificial intelligence can support early-stage UX design. This slide in particular shows just how quickly AI makes web design, as the software offers various templates to choose from, which instantly generate a functional website. But once again, it requires refinement and alterations, as the images and titles used would need to be changed in order to align with your personal UX design. Next, there's ChatGPT, which you might already know as a language model, but in UX it can be much more. ChatGPT can help with UX copywriting like button text, error messages, or onboarding flows, user persona creation, generating user journeys, and coming up with feature ideas or A/B test variations. Unlike my other 2 chosen AI tools, ChatGPT is unable to draw a wireframe from scratch, but uses data from other existing wireframes to guide the user through creating their own. Its ability to mimic and generate realistic user personas proves particularly useful in feedback testing and content strategy. By prompting ChatGPT with specific needs, for example, saying, "What should a landing page for a fitness app include?" designers can quickly generate content outlines and functional layouts, which can then be translated into wireframes using tools like Figma, Wizard, or Blasmic. Beyond layout, ChatGPT also helps with UX writing, crafting button labels, microcopy, tooltips, and onboarding instructions, ensuring clarity and tone are user-friendly and aligned with the brand. It's like having a collaborative design partner that speeds up decision-making and brings fresh ideas to the table. But like USARD, the final outcome that ChatGPT produced requires a lot of human refinement, as it takes already existing wireframes previously used by other people. The final product is rather generalized. Lastly, we have Stark, an AI-enhanced accessibility tool that integrates with Figma, Sketch, and other platforms. Stark helps designers check for accessibility issues in real time, like poor contrast, missing alt text, or inaccessible colour choices. Instead of requiring manual checks or relying on post-development audits, Stark enables real-time feedback, making inclusive design a built-in part of the creative workflow. For example, if a text and background colour combination doesn't meet accessibility contrast ratios, Stark will flag the issue and recommend an alternative. By leveraging AI, Stark empowers designers to create more usable and inclusive digital experiences for all users, without slowing down their workflow. Stark is a great example of how AI can be used not just for automation, but for ethically improving user experiences at every level. Out of the 3 tools I used, Stark proved to be the most forward-thinking and required the less human refinement at the end, as you were able to alter the final design through multiple templates. Overall, I had quite a few findings from these experiments. But firstly, focusing on a manual wireframe I created prior to the experiments, I was able to compare the two. Firstly, focusing on the manual wireframe. Creating a manual wireframe took about 45 to 60 minutes, depending on the complexity of the page and the features involved. While it required more time and effort, it offered a high level of customization and creative control. I was able to tailor every element of the layout to suit specific needs of the user journey, ensuring that key interactions, content hierarchy, and user flow aligned with the intended goals of the project. Additionally, I had full control over branding, from colour schemes and typography to spacing and visual consistency. This allowed the final wireframe to feel much more purposeful and brand aligned. In contrast to this, generating a wireframe using artificial intelligence took only around 5 minutes, requiring nothing more than a basic text prompt describing the page or app. The speed was impressive and made it easy to visualize an idea almost instantly. However, the AI-generated result came with limited customization options. And while it provided a good starting point, the layout often included pre-built sections and generic UI components that didn't always match the unique needs of the project. As a result, a significant amount of manual adjustment was required to improve the flow, align with branding, and refine the overall structure for usability. Despite the positives and the challenges, AI can still fit seamlessly into UX workflow. In particular, it is extremely useful in the early stages of design, such as generation, wireframing, and content planning. It allows me to explore multiple directions rapidly without getting bogged down in repetitive tasks, and cuts the time down tenfold. It's also important to stay mindful of ethical risks, as ethical concerns such as bias in AI-generated outputs must be taken seriously. Since AI systems are trained on existing data, they can unintentionally reinforce stereotypes or exclude diverse perspectives. Designers must therefore use AI thoughtfully, treating it as a tool to enhance, not override. Overall, my conclusion summary from this experiment is that AI is a useful assistant in UX design, but not a replacement for human intuition. As it's important to remember, it can't fully replace real user research, interviews, and usability testing. If there are any further questions or clarifications,